On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, 1918, the guns fell silent in Europe. What had been a 4-year war had finally come to at the end, and peace was declared. This is remembered what we call in the UK Armistice Day. And it's quite fitting this year that Armistice Day actually falls on Remembrance Sunday. Remembrance Sunday is usually the Sunday nearest to Armistice Day. And probably a lot of people have seen it around the world, where we have the procession past the cenotaph in London. Also, all the churches and all the war memorials in the country hold some sort of service. So 100 years ago today, the Great War, the war to end all wars, ended. Those two phrases, the Great War, the war to end all wars, because it was such a global incident that nobody ever thought that this sort of conflict could ever happen again, never mind in their own lifetime. Because in 1939 World War II started. So today we remember those people that gave their lives in the First World War, plus other wars. Let's be honest, there's been other wars since the Second World War. Civil wars, international wars. We've had the Gulf War, Korea, Vietnam, the war on terrorism. And we remember all those who have given their lives, be it ally or foe. Because in the end, war is a dreadful waste of life. We also have to remember those people, especially from the First World War, that were killed by their own side. And I'm thinking more of the people that were classed as cowards and deserters. People who suffered mental health issues due to the war. Today we call it PTSD. But in them days they didn't have the sort of understanding we have. After the war it was called shell shock, etc. But most of the time they were classed as cowards. They were took out and executed by their own people. It would be nice to think after 100 years that this one day peace would reign around the world. That everybody would put the guns down just for one day. No armed conflict or anything. But let's be honest, we're all realists here. Someone today will die in an armed conflict somewhere in the world. So I just wanted to say my piece. It is a time of remembrance. As I've said before, my dad served in World War II. And it's 100 years since the end of the First World War. I says it's quite auspicious that it does actually fall on Remembrance Sundays. After this talk there's going to be a small video. Please watch. There's 2 pieces of music in it. I do not own the rights to them pieces of music, and I will put links in the description from where I originally got them. However you spend your day to day, I hope you take at least a minute to remember all those who have given their lives in armed conflict, old, present and future, because war's not going to go away. I think that's all I've really got to say on the subject. So please watch the following video and speak again soon.